Have you ever stopped to think about the things you procrastinate on? It's kind of weird, right? Because it's almost never the stuff you don't care about. It's the exact opposite. We put off the things that matter to us the most. So today, we're going to get into the surprising biological reason why that happens.
Think about that one email. Do you know the one? It's sitting in your drafts, and it could open up a huge opportunity, start a big conversation, but you just haven't hit send.
Or maybe it's that project. It's basically done, like 95% of the way there, and you know it's good. It might even be great, and yet there it sits, just waiting.
And then there's that idea, the one that wakes you up in the middle of the night. It's that perfect mix of thrilling and absolutely terrifying because what if it actually works?
So what is that? What is that hesitation, that invisible wall we slam into right when we get close to something amazing?
Well, the story we usually tell ourselves is pretty simple, right? We just say, I'm being so lazy, or I'm just tired, or I'm not motivated enough. But if you really look at the evidence, that story starts to fall apart.
I mean, just look at this pattern. The things we put off, game-changing projects, our best work, ideas that could get us noticed. And the things we don't put off, organizing our desk for the 5th time, falling down a research rabbit hole for hours, or just endless scrolling. We have plenty of energy for the things that keep us busy, but hidden. The hesitation only shows up for the stuff that could put us in the spotlight. This isn't about laziness. It's something else entirely.
And that something else? Well, that's the real fear we need to talk about. It's the fear of being seen.
Seriously, just sit with that for a second. What if all that procrastination, all that stuff you beat yourself up for, what if it isn't a character flaw at all? What if it's a deep, primal, biological fear of what happens when you actually step out into the light?
This is what we're talking about, visibility fear. See, here's the thing. When you put your work out there, you become exposed. Now, if it fails, sure, you're exposed to judgment, and that stinks. But here's the real twist. If it succeeds, you are also exposed. Exposed to new expectations, maybe to envy from people around you, and you're exposed to a whole new version of yourself that, frankly, you might not feel ready to be yet.
And this isn't just you being in your head. Oh no, this is biology. Your brain has this incredibly powerful protective instinct, and once you understand it, everything starts to make sense.
Okay, so picture this. The moment you think about doing something big, 3 systems in your brain basically go to war with each other. First, you've got your reward system, and it's all excitement. Ooh, this could be amazing. But right behind it, your threat system and your identity system just slam on the brakes. Hard.
This is that internal tug of war right here. Your reward system gets a hit of dopamine and asks, hey, what if this works out? But your threat and identity systems fire back with a much deeper, much scarier question. Yeah, but who do I lose if I rise? See, to your brain, social risk feels like survival risk. It's wired to keep you safe inside the tribe, and anything that threatens that, even success, sets off alarm bells. This is such a great way to think about it. Your identity has a set point, a comfortable temperature where it knows who it is. When a big success threatens to crank that temperature way up, way too fast, your brain's like, whoa, too hot. And it kicks on a cooling system to bring things back to a familiar temperature. And what is that cooling system? It's procrastination. It's not you trying to fail. It's your brain trying to keep you stable. So, what do we do? How do we move forward if our own brain is trying to hold us back? Well, you don't fight it. You don't try to brute force your way through it. The key is to work with these instincts, using a framework for gentle action. Here are 5 steps. And notice, they're not about crushing your fear. They're about making the next step feel safe enough for your brain to allow it. It's about turning down the threat level so you can actually move. Let's look at how this plays out. Okay, look at the power of this first step. Just by shifting your language from a vague judgment like, I'm lazy, to a specific fear like, I'm afraid that if this works, people will expect more from me, suddenly it's not this huge monster anymore. It's a concrete problem. And studies show that just labeling a fear like this actually helps calm down your brain's alarm center. It's incredible. And step 5, this is a game changer. That feeling of anxiety that hits you right before you click publish or send, we always think it's a stop sign, a signal to turn back. But what if you reframed it? What if you told yourself, okay, here it is. This feeling isn't a warning. This feeling is a landmark. It means I'm right at the edge of my comfort zone, exactly where growth happens.
When you put all this together, it really comes down to one big, fundamental shift. It's about completely redefining what it actually means to be safe.
Think about it like this. When you walk out of a dark room into the bright sun, what's the first thing you do? You squint. It's automatic. It's a reflex. It doesn't mean the sun is dangerous. It just means your eyes need a second to adjust. Procrastination is your psychological self, just squinting at the brightness of your own potential.
And this right here, this is the whole point. We think safety means staying small, staying hidden, but that's not real safety. Real safety is building the deep internal belief that you can handle being seen, that you can succeed and grow and change and you will still be you, that the light doesn't erase you, it just helps you see yourself more clearly.
So, the next time you feel that hesitation, that pull to procrastinate, maybe ask yourself a different question. Instead of, what's wrong with me? Try asking, what part of me is trying to stay unseen? And what's just one tiny step you could take today to prove to that part of you that it's safe to come out into the light?